What's up, everybody? How's it going? It's Tuesday night. I don't even know what day it is, but it feels like a Tuesday. I hope you're doing good tonight. Oh, man. What a day. It was actually not too bad around here today. Let's see what we got on the docket today. We got all kinds of goodies. A lot of people showing up. Great to see everyone as usual. What we got? Do Rails in the house. He says, Happy Taco Tuesday indeed. I had chicken cordon bleu today, though. I never get tacos on Tuesday. I should try that sometime. Donald James like, dang, stream just started. And Rick Straight Torque. You know how we do. You know how we do, brother. Thank you, Darrell. Ju G in the house. How's it going? How's it going? Stardust. T-Bird. What's up, bro? Judy's like, hi, Rick. Killing the warm-up as usual. We try. Good to see you. Oh, let's see. Ragu knows he's ready for some speeder tonight. There you go, brother. Very nice. We shall get to it, my friend. We shall get to it. Don J says, is Rick just improvising? Trying to warm? Yeah. I don't get to play all day, so I got this nice little drone, and we just started kind of run through some 16 notes, some 8 notes, some 30-second notes, just to get the blood pumping, just a touch. Darrell says, well, he just heard that Mudvayne's order. Dang, man, Mudvayne's tight. That's the good stuff. I gotta check into that. There's probably some videos on YouTube, I presume. But I will check into that. Toasted Go, what's going on, buddy? There you go, Juji. You're well. Thank you, Darrell. I appreciate that. One love, Trey from Nashville in the house. How you doing, Trey? Good to see you, brother. Well, you know how we do. We just got to get going here, and if you build it, they shall come. So let's start building. getting it warmed up tonight, faster than usual. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. We appreciate it. We'll get the next tune rolled up and ready. And we got a lot of great comments already. Appreciate everyone hanging out here tonight. Let's see what we got. Let's see. There you go, prime time. Yeah, for sure. It's a big one, man. It's a real guitar, man. Real Jackson. Real men play Jackson. Let's see. Donald James at Voltage. Maybe you hacking my computer, Donald? Because, yeah, Voltage is on the list tonight, for sure, for sure. Chris Leggett, what's up, my man? All right, good to hear Toasted Goat. Prime time, thank you, buddy, for subscribing. Appreciate that. T-Bird said he ran some vinegar through his Keurig today. He thought he flushed it all out, but the coffee tastes weird. Ew. Might taste vinegary. I don't know, man. That's a tough one there. I don't drink coffee. I drink Mountain Dew. Thank you, Darrell. Sharky, hello to you there. They say I'm nasty. He says, yo, this dude is actually goated. Am I? I appreciate that. Asman, hello to you. Jacob Carrillo, thank you, buddy. T-Bird says the camera looks a little fuzzy tonight, does it? I wipe this screen every night. Zachary G. Hall says, Ingve Malmsteen, you know that's my favorite guitar player, buddy. My man, shout out from Russia again. He says, you are tremendous, brother. Thank you. Spasibo, my friend. Spasibo. Hot Diggity in the house. Good to see you. Someone says, Master Shredder, we meet again. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday to you, buddy. Good to see you again. Ozzy Mandia says, oh, heck. Yeah, you popped up on my feed. Nice to be back. Good to see you again, man. Hope you're doing well. Lisa Anderson in the house. How you doing tonight? Great to see you. Shane Worley says, dude is shredding that shiz out of that guitar. Appreciate that, man. Thank you very much, Shane. Isaiah Sean, he restrung his guitar. Now, that's what I'm talking about. Nice new strings for you. Get cranking, man. Crank it up. He said, you never saw a man actually cooking a guitar. I know. We marinate this thing and cook it up every night. Thank you very much, Hot Diggity. Shane says, hey, what the F? That was absolutely shredding. There you go, brother. I appreciate that, man. Jonathan Cabral, buenas noches to you y obrigado, amigo. Damn, much love to you, Shane. I appreciate that, man. Stu Petty knows jacked up on Mountain Dew. That's how we roll, man. That's how we roll. Diana W says, double tap that screen. You know how it goes. Thank you, Diana. Eduardo Campos from Brazil. Boa noche to you, my friend. Gloria says she's sorry she's late. You never be sorry, Gloria. You fashionably late. That's all that matters. Good to see you. Anna Fernandez, how you doing, Anna? She says, hi, Rick. Hope your day is going fine. It was a nice day today. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. There you go. Shredding the shiz. That's how you roll. You know, it's a family channel. You know, you keep it clean. If I'm off camera, I'm a sailor, man. I talk some wild stuff off camera. So I gotta keep it clean up on here. Eduardo, good to see you, buddy. Not yet. It says, play a song, please play a song. People gotta talk to other people, man. Why people crazy like that, man? Why don't you go watch a Accordion Boy play some songs, man? Or watch Shep Gold, someone. You play some song for you. Have a little patience in this world, everybody. Everyone needs a little more patience in this life. You get a lot further with patience, I'm telling you. Orion Armstrong, what's up, my man? Stone Crow, what's going on? He says Andy LaRock Jr. That's what I'm talking about. Appreciate you, brother. Good to see you, man. Dill Joe. There he is. He's back. Good to see you, Dill. Jeremy Wolf, thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Dill Joe says, more playing, less saying. I know. I wish I could. I would just play songs and then never talk to nobody. And then how would I have a community if I didn't talk to anybody? All right, what's next on the list here? We got some New Jam 2025, one of my favorite. Let's go. right, all right. There you go. Getting really warmed up now, eh? Shoot. I think we're gonna slow it down on the next one though. When you play fast, you gotta cool down with a nice slow one. Oh, I always gotta love it. I always gotta. We had the guy. I always got that guy, you know, cause I'm on a phone, you know, and they think I'm, you know. He said mini Undertaker. Well, here's something for you, buddy. Look at this. Now, who said mini Undertaker? Let's find out, cause we gotta call this guy out. I mean, I don't even look like the Undertaker. He's not the greatest looking guy, man. That's offensive to me already. I can't find the guy. Was it this guy? No, I don't even know. Anyway, that's Ingve Malmsteen and Al Di Meola, by the way. Why don't you look at something? There's Rick Renstrom and Al Di Meola. Do you notice the height differences? It's very clear to see. So, yeah. Do some investigation before you start making comments. And that's it. Anyway, I just had to show everyone that picture. I like those pictures, though. I love my picture with Al Di Meola. That's fantastic. All right, let's see what we got here. Get back to it. There you go, Don. Rick, talk like a pirate. I got a lot of R's, man, for sure. My man says, bro, just wish you much joy from life as I wish to my own kids. You're proof that willpower given by God is a divine and inspiring thing, making others see the beauty of life. Dude, that is a beautiful comment, my man. And thank you for that. I appreciate you. Spasibo. Thank you so much. What's up, JB? Good to see you back, man. T-Bird said he has some spicy tuna salad sandwiches that his stepbrother made. I'm glad you like it. I'm not a fan of tuna salad, but I'm glad you enjoyed it. You know, when someone says, whistle's just a little patience. Indeed. I don't like that song at all, but it's true. Patience, it's all it takes. Nikki Lynn in the house. How you doing, Nikki? It's good to see you. Hope you're doing well out there. Let's see, Ghoul World, thank you, buddy. Aztec, thank you, sir. Elias Madonna, there you go, brother. Juji said, no matter what kind of day I've had, Rick always elevates. I try, you know. I try and bring the positivity. I have rough days too, you know, but I still try and bring that positivity, you know. If you're not positive in your life, then you're just negative. And why would you want to be that? So we feel that. We feel it. Let's see. Osman, it's good to see you, buddy. Thanks for hanging out with us. Red Fox, appreciate that. Red Fox says, killing it. There you go, my man. Oh, it's Freddie. Freddie is the guy. Let's look at Freddie real quick, because we like to, you know, we have, you know, we can troll back people, you know. Where is Freddie? We're looking at Freddie's account. Go to channel. Freddie ain't got no subscribers. He got an F for his avatar. I would say you're the smallest YouTuber on the planet. How's that feel? How's that feel, Freddie? You the smallest YouTuber in the world, bro. I don't even know, kid. Anyway, CYR, thank you so much. Avalanche, appreciate that. He said, you're the guy I would listen to while driving. I feel that. Juji knows, dude is over 6 foot tall. I am. It's the truth. Hot Diggity, thank you so much. Hoof Hearted says, it's strange how music with this much energy is also relaxing. Indeed, I like it. Ozzy Mandis, I like that. He says, this dude never disappoints. The music, every time it pops up. There you go, bub. No problem, Hot Diggity. We'll be here for you. Dill says some crazy flutter notes in there for real. Banana Doodles, thank you so much. AJ, appreciate that. Joseph, you know what's up, man. Thank you, sir. Evan Kelly's been back in the house. How you doing tonight, buddy? Good to see you. Crash, thank you, sir. Avalanche says, I could play drums or piano with you. That's awesome, dude. I appreciate that offer, man. Thank you. Glory Award, there you go. Freaking awesome. That's what we're talking about. Check them out. Cletus and Clovis back in the house of 1,000 notes. Now we're talking, man. I like that. That's a lot of notes, man. That's a lot of notes. Harvey said, love this mate. Absolutely class. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that, Harvey. Very kind of you to say. Diego, muchas gracias, amigo. AJ, hello to you, buddy. Harvey, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Nikki Lynn's like, you are very handsome. I thank you. I'm probably better looking at The Undertaker, I would think. Down Mark Moran. Isn't Mark Moran the guy who can sing like Freddie Mercury? Oh, no, that picture was Al Di Meola, bud. Avalanche said he's tall. Oh, yeah, man. It's the truth. It's funny. Thank you, Harvey. Lady Campion in the house. How you doing, Lady Campion? Good to see you. Appreciate that. Very cool of you. Don James says, Rick is taller than me. He's 5, and I'm 5'11". See, there you go. It's always those guys, you know, it's funny, like, you could play better than me. Nah, I'm taller than you. That's always cracks me up. Evan Kelly says, pirates are from Irish back in the day when I watched the documentary about it. Super interesting. It is. That's wild, dude. I'm more of a sailor. You know, my father was a sailor. He was in the Coast Guard. And yeah, we heard a lot of language when I was a kid. So I latched onto that language. Alan says, dude, I want to stand next to Rick, see how far. I got to look up. I feel you, man. All good, all good. Cynthia, see how you doing there? Hoof-hearted said, I just figured that out. Hoof-hearted. That's a good name, man. I like it. But that's okay, man. He says, just ask him what grade they're in. I know. That kid's probably second grade. He probably never even graduated. He probably left school in the second grade. He's so smart. I tell you, man. Cynthia knows we're getting Rick, smallest YouTuber. You know that's right. He is. Ingve is 6'3". I'm teetering on 6'3". Pretty close, man. Mustang Mike, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Juji knows Ingve's a big dude. He's a big dude, man. He's a big old Swede, man. There you go, Kelly. Yeah, Tom Green, that was funny, man. Thank you. Thank you, Osman. Cooking Coach says, dude, can you please play Overactive Imagination? Interesting. I have the solo for that. It's been a minute, though. But maybe in a little bit, but I ain't even warmed up yet. But I remember that one. There you go. Don says, Rick's music so memorable, some solos to go nuts, and can write a memorable theme. Absolutely, man, absolutely. Cooking Coach, I didn't see no request. That's actually a good request, dude. I love Death. And I do have that solo. It's like you knew. Brad F, thanks, bud. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, old Jackson. Dinky Reverse Pro. These things are sweet, man. Hard to find. There's a couple left on Reverb right now. But, man, they're expensive, man. They're getting rarer. Cletus and Clovis, you guys rock. He says, real Rick. Clovis just got paid. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you as always, man. It means a lot to me. You know that's right. Juji says, ooh, Sailor Spice. Oh, yeah. Gloria says, Rick, can you play Smoke on the Water? No, I don't know how to play that. Tony Kubo says, Jeff Beck. Jeff Beck says, man, that's a great player right there. Avalanche, I'm trying to learn this. Backcountry solo. I'm getting closer. Here you go, lady. She says, somehow I never thought height was a factor that went into musical. It doesn't. Not at all. I don't know. People are funny though. I think because I'm on a phone, I'm close up to the screen. I probably look like I'm not tall, or something. But it's funny to me. There you go, Gloria. Pretty much. All right, we got to move on. We're going to slow it down just a touch here with the little ballad. It does look fuzzy to me. I don't know. I never understand this anymore. Anyway, let's crank out one of these slow jams here. like that one. That's a nice slow jam. Just a slow, cool jam. Oh yeah, T-Bird said something about it. It looks like it's a... I don't know, dude. Everything looks normal here. It's a weird thing, man. I don't know. It happened the other night, too. The camera be tripping, man. I don't know. That's an iPhone 15 Pro, so you got me, brother. You got me. We shall see. All right, anyway. Appreciate all the comments. People starting to pour in here. We appreciate y'all hanging out with us tonight. But down said trapped in the corner, man. I still got to learn that one, man. That's a good one there, bro. Hano, bro, thank you so much, my friend. Jason Henderson back in the house. How you doing, brother? Good to see you there. Everyone says, yeah, that's amazing. He loved Backcountry. Yeah, Backcountry, great song. It's one of my favorite solos from Sinister Gates, man. Pretty sick. Sophie, I don't know bits and pieces of it anymore. I used to play when I was a little kid, but not anymore. That's a funny comment right here, Harvey. He says, always give me a Randy Rhoads vibe whenever I stumble across relation. Randy Rhoads, great. But can you do Wonderwall? Why would I do Wonderwall? I would never play that in my life. Oasis can S my D all day. But I love Randy Rhoads, though, bro. How can you put Randy Rhoads and Wonderwall in the same sentence, man? You can't do that, brother. You can't do that, brother. T-Bird says, almost like, yeah, it's weird, dude. It's weird. I have to watch, man. Wyatt, thank you so much, buddy. Reynes Canendo, good to see you, buddy. Laura Bachland, how you doing? Good to see you again there. Foz, it's just a jam track I've got. It's called 1019. It's actually more of a, it is a song. I just never named it, but yeah, 1019 is what it's called. Chowda, thank you so much. Ray Freese, good evening to you, buddy. I'm doing great. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Thank you so much. Judy says, your face says watching paint dry, but your playing explores the depths as I know, right? It's hard for me, you know, 'cause like I'm just staring at myself essentially, and I'm pretending to see all of you, but I only see myself, and I am, you know, like I'm not exciting looking, I guess. I don't know. Evan says, caffeine may help with your headache. Oh, you talking about someone else there, man, for sure. I ain't got no headaches. I don't get them too often. I'm just there. Thank you so much, buddy. Use Amplitude 5. It's fantastic. I love it. Thanks, Bernal. Linda Lewis, how you doing tonight? Lady Campion, thank you so much. Let's see. Linda Lewis says, good evening. How you doing? I'm doing great, Linda. She says, play the guitar. Sounds good. Have a good night. Blessings. Thank you, Linda. Joe said, just put my earphones in. Cranial Divine. This was a great find. Thanks, Rick. Thank you, Joe, for hanging with us tonight. Appreciate you there. Brendan D. His name's Rick Allen. He lost his arm in a car accident, FYI. So I don't know, brother. Not sure where you're heading with that comment there. But let's see how far you go, homie. Let's see. Lisa, she's only 5 foot. Oh no. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Jason Anderson, just when I thought I was relaxing and going on bed, I open YouTube and Rick pops up in my threads. Jam time. There you go, brother. Ryan Nelson, thank you, my man. T-Bird said he dated a girl that was 4'9". God dang. I think the shortest I ever was like 5'2". I think that's the shortest I've ever dated in my life. Usually like, you know, just maybe 5'6", 5'8"-ish. Stardust around it. That's what's up. Marciano Recuejo from Peru. Good to see you, buddy. Duck Productions asks, when did you learn guitar? I learned the guitar starting in 1985, so yeah, that's a long, long time ago. T-Bird knows Apple products doing Apple things. Yeah, I don't know. I might have just restarted my app again. Josepher. I'm pretty ill, buddy, but I can tell you, go ahead and Google that. Because my birthday's coming up, man, so go Google it so you know when my birthday is and you can give me a present. How about that? All right, Brendan D. got the Purple Heart. I like it, man. No problem, buddy, no problem. Don says, even though I'm not playing exact notes, it's fun to play. Like, yeah, for sure. It's a great little riff there, man. A great little progression for sure. Lady says she can't imagine talking to I know 7'4". That's a basketball playing height right there. Pablo says he's in the UK, mate. You play smooth, my wife, brother. Thank you, Pablo. Appreciate that, man. Ginger Walk asks, can I play any Pantera bucket? I can do a little Pantera. I do know some Pantera, that's for sure. You know when someone says, "Can I tell you a dirty clean joke?" You could try. I mean, I don't ban nobody. We got moderates for that. So as long as it's clean, good to go. Tristan said his Jackson guitar broke the string. No, brother, you got to go get some more strings, man. When I was a kid, we could go to the guitar store and buy one string. So if we broke our E string, we could go to the guitar store and buy another one E string or one B string or whatever string you needed. They had the ones, like Lucy's, man. Ginger, that's a 6 string. I wish I had a 7 string again. Cletus Close says, Cletus been listening to Fault Line from Ingve. You know that? Time for some Mountain Dew. Yeah, that Fault Line, that's good. That's a great record. I almost wore my Eclipse shirt tonight, honestly. JSFR says, can you play your most loved guitar solo? It's coming up. I promise you, man. For sure. I play all original stuff, and a lot of these songs are my favorites to play. George Kaplan, what's going on, brother? Duck says, when did you learn, by the way? Again, 1985, when I started taking lessons. 1985. Let's see, just in case you missed the first time. Pam Beam in the house. How you doing, Pam? Good to see you. Brandon, do I like Motorhead? I mean, I don't hate Motorhead. I don't want to say I like them either. But yeah, some of the stuff I've heard has been pretty cool, man. Not like I don't know any. I maybe know like Ace of Spades a little bit. Evan says people always ask stupid questions. Oasis really, that's as bad as GG. I know. Especially with the style I play. But I think it's which is weird because the guy was saying I sound like Randy Rhoads. He's like, you think, wow, Randy Rhoads, that's a nice comment or a nice compliment, and he throws it the Wonderwall. Like, what, Wonderwall, bruh? Not even know. First, Con, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you there, my man. Sophia says, what's your favorite brand, guitar brand except Jackson? There is none. I got Charvel. I'd go for, if I couldn't have a Jackson, I'd do a Charvel. You're okay, Brandon. No worries, buddy. Elijah Cooper, how's been my day? My day's been going well, man. Thank you so much. T-Bear said he likes tall women. He a leg man. I feel that, man. Gloria said she was 5 in 1985. I was a little older than that. I'm so old. I feel old. And I'll be 1 year older in just a few days. Like I said, you can Google it. You can go to Google and say, how old is Rick Renstrom? How old is Rick Renstrom? It'll tell you. And you can find out my birthday's coming up. Give me all the presents. No, Spidey says, it's at school now, but I got a janitor outside. There you go, brother. Evan says, everything is super clean, just picture quality is down 5%. Yeah, I don't know, bro. I'm thinking about restarting my app. I don't have I thought I had a napkin. Let me try and wipe this off again, man. I don't know. We'll try one more wipe down. If that's not the case, we might have to just reset this app. I mean, it looks a little better. Weird. I don't know. You tell me if that was any better. I don't know. Zach Holyfield, what's up, buddy? Good to see you from Nolans. Good to go, man. Good to go. Elijah Cooper, one of my favorite bands is Judas Priest. Probably one of my favorite of all bands. Let's see. And Christian Iniguez, he said, I've never seen you, but this is wild. There you go, buddy. Z, thank you for that. I appreciate it. I don't really celebrate my birthday at all, honestly. I don't even want presents. I just, you get to a certain age in life, it's like, birthdays suck anymore. It is what it is. All right, we're moving on. Let me see if I can do this. We're going to tag a shirt in the store right now because we're about to play a song. Let's see, Shadows. Let's see if this works. Right now we're going to play a song called Shadows. And this is the shirt. Let me see if it'll work. Tag the product. All right, let's see if it works. We're going to tag that shirt. Hopefully it works in the chat. And, now we got to pin it. All right, we're going to pin it. I don't even know if that works. But anyway, we got shirts for sale. If you're interested, it does help the channel out quite a bit. We've got a lot of merchandise. We have a lot of requests for merchandise. So we got a ton of t-shirts out there based on the songs that I play. A lot of my original songs. But this one, we got a new shirt called Shadows. And this is a song called Shadows. Let's check it out. we stepped out and we stepped in to the shadows. That's a good tune there. All right, warm-ups are officially complete. And now we move on to album tracks. A lot of great comments. Appreciate everyone hanging out tonight. Let's see. It's very strange, you know, because I put a setting on it that says you have to be a subscriber for 5 minutes in order to comment. We're trying to figure out how we getting some of these weirdo comments. If like people just subscribing and then they're like gonna say their comment and unsubscribe? Is that how it works? I don't know. Something weird, man. Something weird. Anyway. Trying to find out where we left off at. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Hesher asks, do I like Ghost? I do not. No, I don't like them at all. Not really. No, not my cup of tea. They're doing really good though, man. Really good. They got a huge fan base. I could only be so lucky. Let's see. We got that comment. Thank you, Gloria. I appreciate that. Oh yeah, I take the entire week off. When it's my birthday week, I take the entire week off from work, so I can sleep. But we're going up to Orlando and getting some good stuff for sure. Thanks, Z. Appreciate that there. Cleus close that. We was 36 in 1985. There you go, man. Those were the days, man. Those were the days. Sophie asks, what's your favorite type of string band? Ernie Ball. 100% Ernie Ball. All day. Joshua Dickey, I'm sorry, buddy. No Steve Vai. I don't know any Steve Vai. Never learned any. But I love Steve Vai, though. Gotta say. Lady Kim says, enjoy the birthday celebration. Thank you so much. It'll probably be a sleep in till 3 o'clock and then sit around all day. Probably what I'll do. Nikki said, looks better the closer it is. Yeah, it's for sure. Oh, I see. Well, maybe I can move up. Maybe I can move this forward. How about that? Let's move this forward. I might just knock that off. Let's see. We'll move it a little forward. How about that? Any closer? Better? I don't know. Alan says, you're clear. See you perfectly. No problem. Okay, well, I probably screwed that up. Oops. Let's see. All right, Nick. Yeah, hopefully that worked. I don't know. It's possible I need to restart my app. No, he says T-Bird don't think the cam is dirty. It's just a lower resolution. Very strange, yeah. I don't know, yeah, because it looks somewhat junky on my computer screen too. Elijah, thank you so much, my man. Lisa, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Jeremy24 in the house from Canada. What's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Lady says, you can still enjoy the celebration part of your birthdays but actually think about these. I know. It's hard not to, but I try not to. I try to remain, young in my mind. Always. Sophie asks, you ever heard of Green Jolts? Yeah, I've heard that song back in the day. Pretty classic for sure. Oh, shoot, I missed the joke. Knowing someone where to go. I think I saw the joke, but I missed it. I gotta read it. Man, where was that? Okay, I'm gonna read it anyway. They did delete that or whatever. That's a long week. There, Nolan. That's a little over the top. But I do appreciate, and I can read it silently, of course. But thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. That's funny. He said, Grandma told him that joke too. There you go. No worries. And I did laugh. I do like it. Thank you, Laura. Z said, he sounded like Niall. Thank you. That's the stuff, man. V, what's going on? Thank you so much. Clovis wants a shirt. You got the link? I think so. Thanks, Rifle. Who says, celebrating getting presents. I know. I'll probably just get something, whatever I like to eat and chill out, man. That's my jam. Dylan says, I'm glad to catch you on the screen. I'm here to touch the Tetris in that one. It's like, Tetris, nice. That's some wild stuff, man. People say I should probably write for video games. I write a lot of video game stuff. I've been playing video games since the Atari 2600, so I know a thing or two. Charles Long, how you doing, buddy? Oh, let's see. Cleveland Clovis says, Egyptian phrasing be on fire. I love it. Yeah, that's my favorite, man. That's my favorite. Warheart in the house. How you doing, brother? Good to see you. Robert Allen says, you're great and amazing. I hope we make a living at it. That's a whole nother thing. I know, right, buddy? I came close back in the 2000s, man. Early 2000s, I was making money, living, and I didn't have no job at all. Just making money playing albums and tours and stuff. Now it's more for fun for me. We'll see where it goes, but I appreciate that. David Brett says, is all you're playing shredder music? Pretty much. I mean, it's somewhat chill. So it depends on the song, man. Sometimes we go crazy. Sometimes we chill out. You never know. Thanks, Kennedy Williams. Appreciate that. Charles Long said, it's been a while, but I had a bit of time to jump in. It's always good to see everybody. Appreciate you, man. Juji, pop that link in there for the official store if you're interested in checking that out. Evan says Rick would make an awesome gamer sample music. Yeah, I know, right? I need to do that, man. I need to get my foot in the door on that. Thank you, Brittany. Good to see you. Jason, thank you, my man. Appreciate that. Charles Long, thank you. Lady says another excellent addition to your collection, Rick. Thank you, lady. I appreciate that. Juji's got the link there to the Shadows t-shirt if you're interested in that. Matthew S. says, do you know any death? We've got two. Play a quick riff. What's up, Robin? Dylan said, people have been weird all day. Even local news had plenty of weirdos in the weather stream. I feel it, man. Fake, thank you, buddy. There you go. Evan K says, Rick Renstrom, Rockin' Red Rock 2026. Let's start a petition. I feel you, man. People are supposed to start a petition to get me on America's Got Talent. It's supposed to change.org. I haven't heard none yet. Let's Laura, thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. Joe Baby said, I remember last time you shut it off and on again. I know, maybe I should do that. I'm going to do that real quick. You know what? Forget about it. Let's do it. Kill this. I'm going dark for a second here. When in doubt, reboot. Okay, how's that? Wow, that's weird. You know, these apps have been having a lot of updates lately. I don't know if this one took an update. Joe Baby, you rock. Thanks for reminding a Cisco certified network associate to just reboot it. Everyone thank Joe Baby. That's how you do it, Joe Baby. That's what's up right there. The Killer, good to see you, buddy. We got some. I can't tell what flag. I can't tell what language it is. It looks like Ukraine, possibly. I don't know. But appreciate that. T-Bird asked if you get a chance to check out the logic. I have not, buddy. I have not. I need to, though. I buy too much stuff off Amazon. It's terrible. We're terrible with Amazon. Let's see. Song again. Thank you so much, buddy. And there you go. Yeah, you just reboot it, and there you have it, man. There you have it. Hey, Jason, boom, clear. I know. Hey, people got to remind me stuff. My brain's too many things going. There you go, Evan. All right, and Joe Baby, you got that one. You got that one. All right, let's kick it in. So last year I released an album. It's a remastered version of my album from 2003. It's called Until the Bitter End. It's available here on my YouTube channel. You can go to my channel and click on the Releases tab and check it out for free as much as you like. If you'd like to purchase it, of course, you can go to Apple Music or iTunes or Amazon Music as well. This is a standout track from the album. It's called Symphony 40, so let's give it a run. right, that was Symphony 40. Felt good. It's a great song. It's a fun song to play. Very enjoyable. All right, let's see. I think things are starting to pick up now. We cleared the camera. Yeah, man. Always gotta remember that. I'm gonna put a sticker on my my monitor here. Reboot if it looks funky. That's it. Let's see what we got here. Citizen of the Bikini says, "What's my favorite Radiohead riff?" They have riffs? I don't know. Maybe what's that? Paranoid Android? It's like the only riff I ever remember. Oh, that was kind of cool. Something like that. Thank you, David Brez. I appreciate that. Jace Dillard, thank you, buddy. Kevin O'Neill in the house. How you doing, Kevin? Charles Long, thank you. Thanks, Justin Cruz. Lady, appreciate that shit. I never get tired of this one. Thank you so much. Me neither. I've been playing for a long time, too. EMD Hokio, hello to you. Jason said, headphones on full, eyes closed, jamming. That's what I'm talking about, buddy. EMD says, I'm about to dive into Termine territory. That's what I needed. There you go, buddy. Indy in the house. How you doing, Indy? Good to see ya. Colin Dwyer, much love to you, brother. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. Peace. Gloria Paredes, hello. Good to see you. Oh, let's see. EMD Hokio, thanks so much. Tom Bem now say hello to you, buddy. Evan said, this song gets stuck in my head. It takes me on a journey. Prince and Dragon Slaying and Rescue Princess. Ride away on a horse in the sun. There you go, man. I like it. Meta Cheese, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that. Nate K, thank you. EMD, appreciate that, my man. Alan Gray said he was 19 years old in 1985. Good day. So you were pretty close to the same age. Not too shabby. You were just a couple years. Thank you, lady. Song again, there you go. Appreciate that. Joe Baby said, I'll remind you. I appreciate it. I need that reminder. Thanks, Ethan Johnson. Very kind of you, man. Appreciate that. Tyler Berry says, Rick, having trouble with pinch harmonics. Any suggestions? Yeah, it's a tough thing, pinch harmonics, because and the only thing I can tell you is this. Obviously, you're holding it with your thumb and forefinger. You want to make sure it's tucked in enough that there's some skin hanging off of your thumb that you can hit the note. But what I try and teach with the pinch harmonics is like, you see this area right in here? You have to think of this as an invisible fretboard. Because when you play a note, say for instance, 9th fret, if you play the 19th fret, 1 octave higher, it makes a harmonic sound, right? So you got to kind of find that spot. So your best bet is just to play kind of chromatically and you're trying to find the spot on the invisible fretboard where it's an octave higher. But you'll get different tones for each spot you find. It's like just like harmonics, just open harmonics, like a. It's the same thing. You're just finding a different place to play, but each spot on this invisible fretboard, where you try and do your pinch harmonic, you'll find a different tonation. Just want to just play around with it. Over time, you're going to kind of remember those spots where you hit the notes. That's the best advice I can give to you about that one, buddy. Let's see. Boog, I use a Jackson Dinky Reverse Pro. 1992. Classic guitars. Vintage at this point. Georgia Jared, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Apocalyptic Destruction, hello to you. Song MS, who's your favorite guitar guy? Yngwie Malmsteen, all day, every day. Yngwie. Love him, man. Chad asks, what state you in? Florida. Hot Florida. Troy asks, do I like Marilyn Manson? Not too much anymore. I mean, that Antichrist Superstar, that was a good record, man. That was a very well produced album. I think Trent Reznor had a hand in that, if I'm right. Killer says, quick question, when are you releasing High Voltage? Probably pretty soon. I mean, I'll probably do I'll probably put a playthrough video out on it real soon, I think. I'm gonna do I have a Storm Rider playthrough video I'm gonna be putting out probably tomorrow. Broom Spawn from Indonesia, good to see you, buddy. Mike tweeting, good to see you, Mike. How you hope you're doing good out there? Gloria, there you go. Evan said Tyler learned dime bag and pick position and position over pickups over for pinch RX. Yeah, that's one way to do it. That's one way to do it. There's so many different ways, but that's how I always think of this invisible fretboard here, and I'm looking for the octave notes or the third note. You know, the third, the fifth, the seventh, the ninth. Looking for those notes. Let's see. Juji says, welcome back, members and subscribers. Lurkers are welcome, absolutely. Pat Jager in the house. How you doing, Pat? Good to see you, buddy. Chad says, you play at Austin? Do you play somewhere? I don't play anywhere right now, bud. It costs money to play. It costs me nothing to turn my camera and rock out here. So we put a free concert on just about every night. 5 nights a week we're playing a concert around here. Yeah, let's see. Evan says active pickups. Yeah, true. Yeah, you get a little more tone out of them for sure. No problem, Tyler. Hope it works out, my man. A Hill from Cleveland. Good to see you up there. A Hill says finally 80s in Cleveland today. I wish it was just the 80s around here. Ooh. T-Bird said I can see Rick learning Mr. Scary. Oh man, that's a tough one, man. That's a tough one there. What was that? Juji wants a maiden. What was I thinking today? Johnny Sins, thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate that. Unboxing says, what's your favorite song of all time? Probably Electric Eye by Judas Priest. I love that one. Listen to it all day. Olympico Papadopoulos says, I got to share a plane ride next to the man from Chicago to Orlando a few years back. Very nice guy, Mr. Mousy. That's very cool. I got to meet him once back in the day. He was very nice to me. I was very happy about that. That's awesome, though. That's a good story, Olympico. You don't get to meet Ingve too much unless you're paying for it, so that's cool. Manschwitz says, do you prefer to learn by ear or prefer some kind of sheet? I like to learn by ear. Sometimes I'll watch a video. If I'm trying to learn someone solo or whatever, I'll watch a video too. Because I like to see where people's hand positions are and what notes they're actually playing, which is pretty cool. But mostly, I'll try and learn everything by ear. I always have done that way. Thank you, Olympico. Appreciate it. David Akes, what's up, buddy? Good to see you there. A Hill said, it's been in the 50s and 60s, man. That's what's up. Joe Baby said, I'm a Clevelander too. That's awesome, man. I'm from Akron. And of course, I had a family living in Cleveland. I have Shaker Heights. What was the other place? I can't think of the name. Willoughby. Willoughby and Shaker Heights where my grandparents used to live back in the day. Juji, there you go. Donald James knows Aces High. Absolutely. It's one of my favorites. Raider Vader, thanks, buddy. Joe Baby said, that haze is killing my eyes. Is still a haze? It looks absolutely clear now. Oh, the haze in Ohio. That's always how it goes. Ohio is like gloomy. It's always gloomy in Ohio, strangely. Joe Baby says, I learn the same way sometimes, Ted. There you go. No problem, Lisa, no problem. All right, we're going to kick it off. This is the title track to the album. This is called Until the Bitter End. And this is a neoclassical maestro piece right here. I love playing this one. Until the bitter end. That's what's going on right there. That's a cool track. Thanks for hanging out and listening to that with us. Let's see what we got. I think I got it. Raider Bader and T-Bird knows Unchained the Night. That is a jam, man. That's a great song. That whole album is a masterpiece, man. Under Lock and Key is probably the greatest Dokken album ever, honestly. It's got the perfect production, some great songs. Whole album's just fantastic to listen to. Music Club, how you doing? Joe Bay said, I grew up in Willoughby, went to South. Nice. My uncle probably went there. They lived There's a like a condo or maybe an apartment complex. I can't remember. But it was built on. It's got a golf course. My grandpa loved golfing, but yeah, I think it was Parr Lane or something like that. That's, if I remember correctly. My memory serves me right. Parr Lane was what it was called, man. Because my grandpa loved golf. He'd get up every morning and go to that golf course every day. I guess if you were like if you rented or bought whatever it was, a condo apartment there, you got free access to the golf course every day. Dariel, hello to you, buddy. Laura says it was in the 60s and raining in Minnesota. It rained today here, but it's still like in the 90s or I don't know. There's been a lot of cloud cover, so the sun's been covered up, which has been nice. Rich P, thanks, buddy. Joe Baby says the wildfires is bad in Lakewood. Oh man, yeah, that's never good. There you go, Gloria. Osman says I think it's okay to have many hours of guitar playing, bro. Absolutely, absolutely. I've got a ton. I mean, honestly, my top 5 is Yngwie, Richie Blackmore, Uli Roth, Al Di Meola, and Andy LaRock. Those are my top 5. I got more on top of that, for sure. But Yngwie was the guy that got me moving and doing something. If it wasn't for Yngwie, I wouldn't even be sitting here, honestly. Joshua, hello to you, buddy. Jay says, I'm flat out jealous. Can't play Ish, but I sure can write some lyrics. There you go, buddy. Lyricists is always needed. I can't write lyrics at all, man. I always have the singer do it for me. Joe Baby says, my eyes are always burning when I have to be in Detroit. Ugh, I can imagine. Detroit ain't what it used to be. Thanks, Juji. Lady says, I ran out of adjectives in here quickly. Sounds wonderful. Thank you, Lady Campion. I appreciate that. Thank you, Indy. Thanks, Osmom. Yara, I appreciate that. Joe Baby says, memorizing is a great one. There's a lot. You got a lot to remember these days. Scout Lad, thank you there, buddy. Joe Baby went to Kalamazoo once. I don't think I ever went there. Gloria said, dang, I walked outside and got stung by a paper wasp on my neck. Youch. I'll tell you, it was weird last night. We opened up the door, and there was something like in the door, like jammed underneath the door. And I was like, I don't know what it was. Like, what the heck is this? And I just kind of brushed it, and it was a baby bat. There was a baby bat there, and I was like, oh, shoot. And I don't know what to do with it, you know. I was like, I'm not a wildlife expert, you know, and they probably carry, you know, rabies or disease or something like that, but it was a little baby. And it just sat there, it wouldn't move. And I was like, oh, man, I'll call the office in the morning. And I get up and I look, and it's gone. But it crawled itself off to onto the stairs, and it's just chilling there. And it looked like someone tried to move it, too. And I tried to move it, and it's still alive. I'm like, oh, shoot. So I call the office. I'm like, yo, there's like a baby bat. I don't know if he's like half dead or alive. I don't know what's going on, but I know wildlife, dude. I ain't touching that thing. So I will get the maintenance out there and sure if it's gone. But that was very strange. You got to watch out. Florida got some weird stuff out here, man. Evan Kelly says, Rick's favorite food, shredded pork roll with ripping hot sauce. There you go. I'm not a hot sauce guy. Give me some barbecue sauce. I'm all over barbecue sauce. I appreciate that. There you go, Andy. RFI Con, thank you, buddy. There you go, Devin. What's up, dude? 511 Productions, thank you so much, my man. Appreciate that. True. No one believes anything anymore, Devin. No one believes anything. AI is taking over everything. Hobby Swap said, do you play a custom made guitar? I wish I did, man. No, that's a Jackson Dinky Reverse off the factory floor in Japan. I wish Jackson would make me some custom guitars like this one. That'd be sweet, man. And Goma, thank you so much, buddy. Teo Medina, thank you. From Argentina, no less. Good to see you. Jason said, you can stick with the trumpet. There you go, man. Evan says, wasps don't lose their stingers like bees. That's true, man. They'll come back for more. Airfat, thank you, man. Thank you, Indy. Luna Shipman, thank you so much. Indy says, shout out Rick with a super chat or a super sticker. Dariel, appreciate that, man. Ouch, Gloria. Yeah, you gotta watch out. There's all kinds of bugs. I hate bugs around here. Every time we open the door, some bug flaps in here. I'm like, ah, God, here we go again. Joe Baby said, sounded cleaner this time, too. I try every day. I try everything to be clean. Favorite song to play, Electrolic's coming right up, actually. You came at the right time. 511, this is a Jackson Dinky Reverse Pro, and this one was from 1992. I have 5 of these total, all from 1992. They have the 9.2 on the back of the serial, on the serial plate. Fantastic, fantastic. Joe Baby, Manakiki. Manikiki. That sounds Hawaiian. Lori says she used to work at a golf course. I know about them golfers. I know. That's how my grandpa was. He'd get up, grab his cigar, he'd go play 18 holes of golf before everyone woke up. He'd be done. Semicolon, we got a song called The Fire Within coming out. We're about to start the Holy Trinity of Rick Renstrom songs right now. Harvey, thanks much for that super chat, buddy. He says, you ever listen to Weed Eater? No, I never heard of that, man. That's a crazy name, man. It's almost like you ever heard the band Makita Drill. Weed Eater. I never heard of that, man. Or I'm trying to think of other household items. I appreciate that. Tom Rose says, rock on, Rick. I'm 52 today and still rocking. That's what's up, bud. I feel you. I'm just a little bit ahead of you, man. Just a little bit ahead of you. Vlad Dobryakov, thank you, buddy. Good to see you. Hi, I'm doing great. Thank you so much. I said, you be shredding? I be shredding. I be shredding all night, my man. Straight Cushion, what's up, dude? Good to see you, bro. There you go, Harvey. Evan says, Andy L. Solo Bro or Andy King. All right, shoot, might as well. Let me get through the rest of these comments. Joe Bay says, Pine Ridge. That's it. Was that a Pine Ridge? Okay. Donald says, whoa, do you have cats? I do not. No cats here. Indy says, bats are awesome. They're nice. I mean, they eat the bugs and stuff, yeah. But we didn't know what to do. It was a little baby one, too. I'm like, what is he doing up here? I'm up on the second floor. That's a long way to go. Evan says, they make flies, you get out here crazy. I know. You get in Australia, man, they got like spiders the size of probably my foot. And I got a big foot, man. Crazy. No doubt, Joe Baby. Lady says, my sister had a bat lived in her window for 7 weeks at least. They named it Jackie. Nice. I was like, I don't know. I mean, I watch, like all these little YouTube channels where they'll find like a injured squirrel or a bat or something like that, and they'll nurse it to health and all that stuff. I was like, in my mind, I was thinking, I should do that. Then I'm like, no, I can't do that. Isaac Vaughn, I'm doing good, buddy. How you doing tonight? Jublex in the house. You know what's up. Shreddor. That's my man. Straight Kush said, I had an interesting bad experience myself. Once I woke up to see a squirrel-looking thing on the wall, trapped it, and it spread its wings. It's like a brown bat. I called the city. Yeah, that's what happened, man. I just brushed it with my foot to get it out of my doorway, and it started doing all these. It's like spreading his wings out, and so I was like, holy hell, what is that, man? I was like, yes. I'm like, nope. Donald says, I never used to believe that cats could eat mice until mine ate one. Yeah, man. I used to have cats when I was a kid, a little kid growing up, and they'd go out and they'd get all kinds of stuff, and all you see, you come out and there'd be like a leg or a tail or something sitting on the porch. You're like, okay. It's like, look what I did. T-Bird said, we haven't had any mosquitoes since. I heard the cicadas up north, like in Kentucky, is insane right now. Thanks, Jublex. Appreciate that. Charlie says, is the fretboard okay? Because, Rick, you absolutely nailed it there. I appreciate that, man. It seems to be okay. And he said, they had our own bat cave called the Cushion. There you go. So he said, them wasps were so intrusive. All I did was walk out the door, and the mother was like, you don't. Yeah, I've been stung by a bee like once, and nothing else after that. That was just OG pickups, Rick. He's probably yeah, these are all OG, buddy. They even got Jackson branding on them. For real. See, like music. Yeah, this is a Jackson Dinky Reverse Pro. It's hard to find, man. Hard to find. Joe Baby said, I live by Loman's Plaza on the cusp of Wycliffe. Okay, I know where that's at. My mom used to live up in Wycliffe, actually, when she grew up. There you go, Donald. Meta Cheese knows 90s had some great guitars. He still got his 90s track. That's what's up. Benjamin Wilson, thank you, brother. Evan says, Cannabis Corpse or Bongzilla, Tampa Bay Death. There you go, man. Corey said, there's a place called Owl's Nest Sanctuary that helps. I feel that, yeah. Yeah, we watch that, like the Dodo or whatever, that you see, there's a YouTube channel called the Dodo, and they show all that kind of stuff. Like this dude found a baby squirrel and raised it up. It was like, what? Dario knows Florida be crazy. It does. Lou says, you had a bat in your dorm? My mother had a raccoon sing. Yikes. Yeah, when I used to rent a room from a guy, and he had to go to jail, so I basically watched over his house while he was in jail for 2 months. And there was some raccoon living up in the living by the living room. I was like, whoa, what is that, dude? Jason says, another good evening. Blessings, my friend. Have a great rest of your night. Thanks, Jason. Good to see you, brother. Donald James rocking that super chat. He says, you always inspire me to excel, Rick. And I think I'm getting better. Kind of. I appreciate that, Donald. Yeah, we going to get you there, man. We going to get you there, dude. You got to work. You know how it is. And, always working. Todd said, that's from Japan. This is Japanese made, and it's 90s. 92. Benjamin Wilson Roberts said he loves his Jackson. That's what I'm talking about, man. Dylan says, always look up to the legality for your animal you want to take in. Sometimes they are legal to keep, but illegal to sell. Yeah, I would, in my mind, I was like, yeah, I'll save this bad. And I'm like, nah. Or that's in my heart, I'm thinking that. But in my brain, I'm like, that's probably a bad idea. Nah, I can't do it. Celix says, I love the reverse headstocks and ESP reverse headstock. Makes it feel much better. You know that's right. Yeah, it looks metal, man. Todd S knows the dodo is sweet. That's a good that's a good channel, man. Gloria said, I raised 2 baby squirrels years ago. That's cool. I mean, we see some squirrels out here. I try and get their attention. I got a couple of good videos lately of some squirrels. All right, it's time. The Rick Renstrom Holy Trinity starts now. This is called "The Fire Within." It's the biggest song I ever wrote. 200. I don't even know anymore. 376,000 views here on YouTube. It's a big one, and it's a favorite of mine to play. So check this out. It's called "The Fire Within." fire within is hot tonight. That felt good. That's a good one. I'm getting better at that song all the time. One day, I'll put another video out for that. I got a lot of plans for that video. This is wow, you know, it's the 22nd anniversary of my album actually coming out next week. Can you believe that? Insanity, insanity. Appreciate all these comments. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, make sure you do so. We have a lot of fun here. We go live 5 times a week, and I do videos every single day of the week. So make sure you're checking that out. I appreciate it. Let's see. Benjamin Wilson knows all pure practice. Indeed, indeed. Straight Cushion said, "There's always something going on in the attic." That sounds like a rap song. Something going on in the attic. VMN, he says, "Hi, bro. What's your favorite rock band?" A rock band? I don't know. Rock? I really listen to metal. Judas Priest would be my favorite for sure, though. Judy says she feeds a few squirrels by hand. That's pretty cool. I'm telling you. That Dodo show, that's all they do on there. Jublex says, "I am Rick, Prince of Shredoria. Many secrets were revealed to me the day I held aloft my magic guitar and said, by the riffs of guitar, I have the power." You know that's right, brother. Shredoria in the house. Joshua asks, "Do you ship your merch?" I don't personally ship it, no. It's a drop ship company. We just create the designs and stuff, and then the company prints it out and ships it out for us. And it's very high quality. We've gotten 3 shirts. I bought 3 shirts already just to make sure the quality, and they are high quality. We've had many people buy other things, and the quality is very, very nice there. We appreciate that. There you go, VMN. Joe Bass, I love hanging out here. It reminds me of hanging out with my friends when I was young. True that, you know. It's just a bunch of good, nice people hanging out, having fun. Berjar Moore, hello to you. Sealick Music, thank you so much for that and subscribing to the channel. We appreciate you. Osman says, "Thank you, Rick. Always keep doing with passion." You know that's right, Osman. Thank you, brother. Laura Bachloon, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thanks, Mal. You know how that is. Some fast picking for sure. That's how we do it. T-Bird said, "I get that tune stuck in my head." There you go, man. Jublex, thanks, brother. I appreciate it. Gloria, there you go. Straight Cushion said, "Hell yeah, I got a thunderstorm happening outside. This makes me feel bad." Hey, there you go, brother. Yasser Khan Kurim Bokus from Mauritius Paradise Island. Good to see you, buddy. How you doing tonight? There you go, Osman. Sizable demise. Almost couldn't forget that one. Good to see you. Thank you so much. Straight Cushion, I'm in the stretch. Wisconsin. I feel that, man. SVT, thank you. Thank you, Joe Baby. Thank you, Lisa. Yasser Khan, absolutely, my friend. SVT, thank you very much. Jonathan Long, appreciate you there. Well, let's see. Sizable's also in Wisconsin. Nice. Love when we get people from the same area together. We get a lot of Canadians, and we get a lot of Northerners, and we get a lot of Southerners. And we get some West Coasters. It's all good. SVT, thanks so much, buddy. Jublex said, "This trivia because we can understand what you're speaking guitar." There you go, man. I got a video coming out the other day. It says, "When the guitar finally speaks to you," is the title of it. It'll be coming in a couple of days. Thanks, Seelick. Appreciate that. Yasser Khan, appreciate that. Indy's got a link if you want to learn some stuff that I do. Check out the exercise that every guitarist should know on my channel. It's an exercise I created, and it'll help you out. I promise you. Just do what I say. Learn the exercise. 20 minutes a day for 30 days straight, and see how you get. I promise you'll do better. Thanks, Yasser Khan. Josh in the house, he says, "Oh man, I just fixed the acoustic guitar. I also have arthritis and tendonitis, so I was curious if I could actually learn through the pain. I'm guessing you inspire me." I appreciate that, man. Yeah, it's tough, man. Arthritis, he has something. My grandma had arthritis. My grandma played guitar for a little while, but she got arthritis and she just stopped completely. And she just played, she wasn't like shredding or anything, just chords and stuff, and enjoying playing songs. It's possible, man. I guess with pain therapy could go. I've heard going to a chiropractor is one way. I know it's expensive, but my chiropractor I used to have back in the day after a car accident, he told me Steve Vai had tendonitis and would use a chiropractor, and it cured him of it pretty much. He could keep playing. Let's see. Sizable Nice, thank you so much. Joe Mama said, "This man is awesome with a great personality." Thank you. Thank you, Joe Mama. Yasser Khan says, "An album, whose? Mine." Yasser Khan, you can go to my channel right now, and on the releases tab, my entire album is available for listening to you there. Joe Mama says, heading out to the highway. There you go. How's that one go? Dun, 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 That's not highway heading to the highway. Heading out to the highway, I got nothing to lose at all. God, I can't remember that one. What song am I thinking? I'm thinking Grinder or something. I don't remember. Some of those Judas Priest songs do kind of play alike sometimes. Thomas Malone, thanks so much, buddy. William, thank you, buddy. Thomas Malone, thank you. T-Bird said, definitely a nice place to hang out here. It helps me keep my social skills on point. Now, there you go, man. There's always something for someone here. You know, there's something for everybody, I think, in these chats. Davey, I thank you so much. David Giorgio in the house. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Brian's like, oh, shoot, here we go. What's up? What's up with you, man? Yasser Khan, thank you so much, buddy. Omar Khan Adam says, how can I learn guitar by myself? It's very tough, my friend, very tough. You need to be more dedicated than you can imagine because you have no one pushing yourself but yourself. So you have to push yourself. But you can go around here on YouTube. First thing you want to learn is chords. Just go on YouTube and say, how do I play chords on guitar? And study that video and learn how to play the chords. Once you get that, you learn how to play scales. But you gotta push yourself. I had teachers. You know, I had a teacher that gave me a lesson and I had to learn that lesson. And when I came back the next week, I better have that lesson down pat to move on to the next thing. So it's very, very, very tough to do it yourself, I think. But some people can do it. Aaron, what's up, buddy? Naikai, thank you, my friend. Sara says, do I do reactions? Not really. I've been wanting to, but I haven't had time to do long form videos, honestly. I want to do a reaction of my Fire Within video from 19 or 2000. I think that'd be hilarious. Dario, much love to you, brother. Thank you so much. Joe B says, does Jimmy Page have that too? I don't know. I'm not too sure. Thomas Malone, thanks, brother. Evangelos from Greece. Good to see you, man. Joe B says, went glare again. No, it looks clear, crystal clear on mine, honestly. I can tell. Like, I have a monitor, of my video monitor, so I can see what it looks like. Yeah, before it was definitely funky looking. It's still clear. Thank you, Lisa. Donald James loves that Sentinel. Never learned that part after that, though. Thomas, no, this is all about the love. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Joe Bay says the system can't handle all this energy. I know, right? Nitrix says, what do you do if you hit a mental roadblock? That's a tough one too, man. You have to, you can't. You have to push. Unfortunately, through any roadblocks, especially mental ones, and you have to find. I've never had them. I don't think. You know, it's very tough, man. You know, you have to. I have to say this: you have to figure it out yourself. No one else is gonna help you. No one else is gonna help you, man. It's something you just have to figure out. You have to think of why am I stuck? You know, and then you have to kind of put the picture together in your mind and go, how do I get unstuck? And try and figure out multiple scenarios to get you out of that rut. You know, and sometimes it's just taking a break. Sometimes it's just taking a break. You know, a week or two off. Don't play nothing or don't do nothing. Or sometimes it's like try something different, you know, something different, a style, a different exercise, a different song, you know, stuff like that. But yeah, it gotta be within you to figure it out. Indy says, please make sure you're subscribed, share this out, and shred that like button. Absolutely. Thank you, Gloria. Evan says, I learned from play rewind. I know, right? I had to do it on an album. I had to move the needle like 50,000 times. Mint Beastwood in the house. How you doing, brother? It's good to see you, man. Hope you've been well. Always good to see you, my man. Thomas Malone said, it takes dedication for sure. That is the truth. That is the truth. Ruka, I'm doing good. How about you tonight? Thank you. Thank you, Slater. Appreciate that. David Lau Numpuya, what's up, buddy? How do you do that? Practice and dedication, and tons of it, tons of it. Adrian Garcia, hello. Woody's Tom back in the house. How you doing, Woody? Big Dog, he said, what's going on? God bless you. God bless you too, brother. Good to see you. All right, it's time. We got all the comments going. It's a chill night tonight, you know. I can actually get through the comments, and we've got time. We're moving right along tonight. With that being said, the next tune we got is the fast one. It's called Speeder. And if you know what Speeder is, you got to be careful when you're listening to this song. If you're driving right now, slow it down, pull over. If you're seated, buckle up, hunker down. Make sure. If you're flying, autopilot, you know what I'm saying? And if you're brushing your teeth for some crazy reason, watch where you brush, because this gets bumpy in here. Let's go with the Speeder time. right, Speeder. Hope y'all are safe after that one. That did get quite bumpy after that. That was quite crazy right there. That was. Sometimes I get lost in my own songs. I was like, where am I right now? Anyway, let's see. We got a lot of great comments. I appreciate all of them. It's great to see y'all hanging out with us tonight. It's a nice chill night tonight, honestly. Thomas wants to remember 8-tracks, of course, brother. Yes. I had an 8-track. It was an AM/FM radio combo with a record player. Had 30 could do 33, 78, 45s, and then it had an 8-track on it. And I love that 8-track. I thought that was the coolest. There you go. Mint Beastwood knows it's fire time, man. T-Bird said he needs a song for his alarm. There you go, man. I have to release it real soon at some point, and you can get clips of it to download. Gloria, thank you. Juji, there you go. Gloria, thank you. 2 Glorias in a row. Indy, thank you so much. Ruka, he says, this is fire, not gonna lie. I appreciate that, Ruka. Evan Kelly said, you spoke about buying single strings. Remember, you could buy sheet music to a single song. Cherry Lane, yeah, for sure. I remember I used to have the Jaws soundtrack, or the Jaws theme song. I had the Star Wars theme song. I had to learn it on piano, though. What else do we have? The Entertainer. I had a bunch of little sheet music like that. Let's see. So Keta Peach says, what key are you playing? That was in the D minor, that one there. D minor. Adrian Garcia, thank you, buddy. T-Bone Rex, well, I had a good run. You have the throne and scepter now. The kingdom is yours. Well, thank you, T-Bone. Appreciate that, brother. Joe Baby said the picture is fine again. That's good. I'm glad. Plants and stuff. There you go, buddy. Wick says, bro, I can hear this in a Dragon Ball Z game or something. This is so good. That'd be sweet, man. I love to, like I said, I love to do any like animation videos or video games. It's about getting your foot in the door. That's the hard part right there. Like every video I post on Instagram, I tag Hideo Kojima just to see, man. Just to see. Maybe he'll see it and be like, I want you to make me a song. I'll be like, that'd be sick, man. T-Bird says, remember the Mel Bay books that supposedly teach about. Those are some good ones, man. I actually started, when I started taking jazz in college, my teacher gave me this, it's a pretty advanced Mel Bay jazz guitar book. It was good, man. But yeah, I remember like the beginner guitar stuff. That stuff was hilarious, man. There you go, Hot Diggity. Gloria Paredes, thank you. Mint, appreciate that. There you go, Juji. Lisa, thank you so much. Mama Shredder dropped in. She said, just dropping by real quick, leave you a like, and I'll say hello. Way to always slay it, Rick. Thank you, Mama Shredder. I always appreciate you coming by. Straight Cushion said, I love Speed of the Rips are tight, man. There you go, brother. Hot Diggity, thank you. Dariel says, speechless every time you play. It's freaking insane. I just learned Moonlight Sonata. It is fire. Can't wait to learn more. Yeah, that's a great one there, man. If you want, check out Tyler Shep. Tyler Shep Shreds here on YouTube. He's a good friend of ours. He does that Moonlight Sonata like he might as well be Beethoven's nephew, man. He's so good with that. Ed M, thanks, buddy. Appreciate you there. Oh, so God's Bow, thank you for hanging out with us. I appreciate you. There you go, Gloria. Evan said that's Rick's Bumblebee song. No, that's well, okay, you're right. Yeah, that's probably the Bumblebee there. It's Catacombs, the murder wasp. I don't even. That's a Thomas said he loved them screams. Oh yeah. I love the whammy screams. Mint Beast. Well, there you go, buddy. Juju said this song is like the meat to my potatoes. There you go. There you go, God's Bow. Gloria, thank you. Rook, appreciate that. Ed M, there you go, buddy. Appreciate that, man. Andy Gomez, I feel that, my man. Thank you. Macario Cordero in the house. He says, rock on, my brother. I love to hear you make it cry. You know that's how we do, buddy. Thank you, Lisa. There you go, Thomas. Woody's Tom. Thank you, buddy. Josefina Moran, good to see you. Hola, and muchas gracias to you. There you go, Josefina. He said, chulo. That's what I'm talking about. Donald said he found his dad's original Kiss 8-tracks at a thrift store. Still having to say, dude, those are probably worth a couple bucks, I would guess, man. I wouldn't know. I don't have any of my 8-tracks. I had Deep Purple in Rock. I didn't have many, honestly. I had the Deep Purple in Rock. That was my favorite. I also had the Grease soundtrack, which I loved. I love that movie, Grease. Ruka said, hey, man, can you give me some tips? I want to play like you. Absolutely. Biggest tip I can give you, buddy, is go to my channel, either now or after the show, and you're going to go to the video section and look for something called the exercise that every guitar player should know. And check that out. This is an exercise that I crafted myself. It helped me get back into shape because I didn't play for years, and I started playing 2 years ago, and I had this exercise I made up. It's a real simple exercise. Learn it, do what I say, play it 20 minutes a day for 30 days, and you'll be right up in there, man. You'll be moving real quick. Promise you that, bub. Mint Beastwood knows. Big ups to the mods. Absolutely. Thank you, everyone. Zen G back in the house. He said, that was fire. I love when Rick gives a flavor to every song he plays each song. You know that's right, buddy. God's boss says, really, man, I always see and imagine if I am that what I see. I feel you, bro. I feel you. Eddie Alex, good to see you there. God's boss says, I mean, awesome skill. I always dreams to play that good. It takes more than dreams, honestly. It takes a lot of, once you have the dream, if you want to achieve that dream, it takes more dedication, more time, more effort, most of your life to achieve it. And a lot of people nowadays, they don't see that or have that. And I get it, man. A lot of distractions in this world right now. Too many distractions, honestly. But you know, if anyone out there, you know, it doesn't even matter if you're playing guitar or you want to be a Unreal Engine coder or something like that. You got to dedicate your life to these things, at least for a small amount of time, like a year or two, and understand it beyond anyone else's capacity. And it takes that time and effort. It really does. But you know, there's too much stuff to do, man. You pick up your guitar, for instance. You might play a couple of maybe a little bit here and there, and then you go play video games, or you go watch a movie, or you go out with your friends, or whatever you do. Some people do drugs instead of playing the guitar. You know, you just never know. But you know, you gotta cut everything else out in this world and do that thing that you're trying to achieve your dream of. Aloha Kitty, hello to you. Good to see you. There you go, Josephina. Let's see. I got a lot of comments here. Hot Dick says, reminds me when I was a kid, I was playing Nintendo and listening to Speedball. Now, there you go. Dodgers, I'm telling you, video game music writing is where it's at. People will hear that. I know. I'm trying. I got to find my way in. There you go. There you go, Jen. God's bro, appreciate that. Much love to you, man. Much love to you. Never stop. Never stop dreaming. Never stop working for that dream. Richard says, Rick, can you play me Practice With Your Peace by Testament? It's been a rough day. I could use an awesome song. I don't know that one, brother. I never learned any Testament. I like listening to some of those tunes. I never in my life learned that riff, though, brother. I apologize for that. Alex Skolnick, though, crazy. Indy's got the link to Tyler Shep Shreds. Make sure you check him out if you like what I do. You love what Tyler does. Great young guitar player. Love watching him. Donald says, I think about trying to practice that track. There you go, man. Deepak, hello to you. Thank you, Josephine. I appreciate that. Woodworking Gunny Bear says, Marine, I respect your work ethic and skills through hard work. Now, that's what's up, buddy. Thanks for your service, too, Woodworking Gunny Bear. We appreciate you, man. And, yeah, you're right, man. You know just as much as anybody. You know, when you're in the service, man, you got to really dedicate. You got to put some time in. You got to have that work ethic. Some people just don't have that. And it's tough. It's tough. It's something you can't teach. You have to learn how to do that. You probably know that well. You know that well. Dario, Independent Men United up there, Indy we call her. She posted a link to his chat, his page there, buddy. If you can click that link. Down says he grew up to Grease. I feel that, man. I grew up that stuff too. Joe Baby said I had Frankie Valli in the Four Seasons. That's what I'm talking about. I used to listen to that too. My mom had all those records. I think Paul Anka was one of my mom's favorite. We got to meet Paul Anka. There you go, Josephina. Nicholas Bartlett, hello to you, buddy. Lisa says, hope you have a blessed time in Orlando. Thank you so much, Lisa. It's going to be fun for sure. I used to live in Orlando for like 20 years. I know the area well, but we're just going to be on, basically the Orlando Strip, essentially, where they got everything. FX Sozinho from Brazil. Obrigado, amigo. Good to see you. T-Bird say, you remember getting a Smurfs record player when he was 5. My first record was Saturday Night Fever. Now, there you go, man. ABBA. Brian Szymanski says, Yoni Shankarus. Oh, yeah. Michael Schenker, I love, man. Everyone goes, play UFO. I don't know no UFO, but Schenker, I know. How about On and On? That's one of my favorite songs. Evan asked, "Did you lose interest, Rick, or injury stop you for a bit?" No, yeah, it was a lot. So I'll tell you what. The first time I quit playing guitar, I was pretty much on top of the world. I was like banging at the glass ceiling. That glass ceiling that you break through it and you become huge in the world. You become someone big and known. I was tapping on that screen. I was tapping on that glass. I was so close. But unfortunately, like one event occurred, and it was out of my control. It wasn't nothing I did. It was just out of my control, and everything started spiraling downward, downward, downward. There was a point where everything I touched was gold, and then it just started to turn to doo-doo, and it just started spiraling down, spiraling down. Money, wasn't making any money. My money was disappearing. Everything, I was like down to nothing. I had maybe like $10 in my bank account. And I had to get I said, I can't do this anymore. I need to get a job. It's not paying my bills. Because that's what happens when you're in a band, you're doing big stuff. You rely on the money. And when you rely on the money from something that is the hardest thing to do, like being a musician is the hardest thing to do, or trying to make it is the hardest thing to do. Music business in itself is one of the hardest businesses to make it in. But anyway, yeah, so I said I had to stop. I packed up my guitars. I got a real job, a corporate job, and I just learned a different trade, And in 2011, I went through a kind of life-changing experience, I guess, or 2010. And my friend called me and said, "Dude, let's move down here to the west side of Florida, and let's start a band." I was like, "All right." And we had some things possibly. And then we spent 7 years trying to get this band out. We finally put the record out. It barely sold. It was starting to cost me more money. Just to play guitar was costing me money. I was like, screw this again. I quit again. And then, then you got COVID and you got all this stuff, and YouTube's becoming popular, TikTok's becoming popular. And I'm like, and I see a lot of my friends on doing videos and stuff, like, and they're making money. I'm like, why am I not doing that? Because I'm just playing guitar is all I'm doing. And so 2 years ago, I started playing again. So yeah, it's always just something, motivational that stopped me from playing again. Or just made me quit playing, just was too much. Josephina knows it starts with a dream. Absolutely. It always starts with the dream. You gotta know that. Wow, all that talking in the comments went crazy. Let's see. Joshua K, hello to you. Donald says, playing guitar carries me away from distraction. Now that's what's up. That's how you want it. That's how you want it, man. Joe Baby, he said, I had all kinds of, I had a bunch of 45s too. That was I love 45s. T-Bird said he played the heck out of his old record player. You go to the library and check him out. There you go. My parents had a huge record collection. My grandparents had a huge classical collection. We had tons of stuff. FC from Brazil. Boa noche, mi amigo. Brett Jackson says, favorite pick size. He started playing 2 months ago, and the .60 seems to be a sweet spot. Love playing every day. After working, best part of my day, hands down. There you go, buddy. I use these. Jim Dunlop Delrin 1.5 millimeter. These things are thick. That's the second thickest thick that they make. And depending on what style you're playing, I mean, this is the best for shredding, in my opinion. Because the one thing is, they don't move. These picks don't move. There's no latency when you hit the string. You hit the string. There's no bending of the pick. So that's what's good for me. But yeah, I've been using these things for probably since 1990, maybe sooner. I can't remember. T-Bird says, I was a weird kid. I used to listen to Tennessee Ernie Ford and Eddie Rabbitt. There you go, man. Nothing wrong with that, man. Freddie Potato, what's up, buddy? There you go, Josephina. R4 Productions, appreciate you there. Paulette Johnson, hello to you. Luis Concert, the classic. Huh? What a riff, man. Josephina, there you go. I like that. Troy Emmanuel, you know that's right. Enjoy what you do. That's all you can do, man. Alexander Smith, thank you, brother. Troy Emmanuel, hello to you, man. Thomas Malone said, how many things roll around our heads that we don't use? A ton. A ton. A ton. DBK, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Thomas said, he's a Viviro. There you go, man. Hugh Pham says, you play the White Dove as Scorpion? What's that? White Dove is Scorpion. Not sure what that is, my friend. Mint Beast, you're amazing, bud. Very nice that you read all the comments and appreciate. Absolutely, Mint. That's my thing, man, for sure. I got to give the love back to those giving love to me, you know. I feel that. Appreciate you, Mint. Joe G says, the food is crazy. Some friends went there and the desserts were over the top. Oh, yeah. There you go, man. I try to be, buddy. Aditya Choitani, thank you so much. Lisa says, hope he can handle the Florida heat. It's hot this time. Yeah. Florida's crazy. I mean, I've been living here my whole life. I've been living here since 1993 in Florida. I've been there. Adita, no, none at all. There you go, Josephina. We're going to bring it. We're almost done. With these comments. Laura, have a great night. Take care. Have a better tomorrow. We'll see you. Dario says, what was the craziest thing you ever bought? For music or just anything? Craziest thing I ever bought? I don't know, man. Wow. I bought a lot of crazy stuff, man. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Probably the big craziest stuff I ever bought was all my Mesa Boogie gear back in the day. Josephine says, by the grace of God we are breathing. It's true. Josephina, do I have a Bible? I certainly do, Josephina. Absolutely. It's my old one, too. I've had it around for a long, long time. Tiber says, you can say I had a life-changing experience in 2011. I feel that, man. It's never good, man, but it transforms you into something different, you know. A lot of times they'll transform you. Donald James says, you play with Richard Christie? I indeed did, brother. 2 albums as well. And we had a King Diamond tribute band, if you can believe it. Appreciate you, Lisa. Donald James knows. Hot Day says, Rick, you don't seem that old, brother. I look very young. I never shaved my face for the longest time. Like, once I could grow a beard, I didn't really shave it too much, and I would just mow it down. I never razor shaved. That's the thing that will make you start looking old, for a man, that is. Technology says, what equipment you got? I got tons, dude. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 Marshall heads, 2 cabinets. I only have 1 cabinet here, though. A bunch of guitars, and that's probably about it. Amps and cabs. Pretty much, in guitars. Motivation is all. That's right, Thomas. Val Kimber in the house. There you go, brother. Evan knows money ruins everything. It's truly, I know. But you need it. If you want to live, you got to have some money. There you go, Gloria. Thanks, Thomas. How Bill, thank you, brother. Let's see. Thomas Malone knows heavies are great. The T-Bird says, you ever use a tortoise shell pick? Yeah, when I was a little kid, man. First playing guitar. Tried them out. Conboy Official, hello to you. Thank you, Josephina. Evan says, 1mm purple Dunlop Tortex. There you go, man. Roman back in the house. He said, I missed a few streams. How you been? I've been doing good, buddy. Good to see you, man. Combo Official. It's a 6-string, this one. Dario, there you go, bud. 2 Below says thin picks flex too much for fastball. You got that right. Dunlop 2.0 Jumbo Flows works for me. There you go, man. Lamar took lessons. 2 years of lessons from 2 different teachers. Thomas said, where are you again? I heard you say, heard of the Butter. I'm in Florida, brother. Gloria, thank you. Evan says, King Diamond Tribute Band. Now I love to see. Yeah, we played twice? 2 or 3 times, honestly. Thanks, Luis. Joe Baby knows mow it down. That's what I do. 2 Below. I don't have none of that Mesa stuff no more now. I sold it piece by piece by piece. I had 4 Mesa Boogie 412s too. And I sold them all one by one just to make money and live. Sucked. Josephina says she lives off the land. Oh, that's what's up. Wish I could do that. Ain't much land around here. It's all taken. It's all taken. It's all spoken for. Airfest says, how many time hour do you play? Nowadays, maybe 15 to 20 hours. But when I was a kid, like 6 to 8 hours a day. But yeah, nowadays, maybe 15 to 20 hours a week. T-Bird knows that Mars and all cabinet. That's how we roll, brother. Juji says she's going to bed, shred to bed. I feel you. You take care, Juji. Thank you for hanging with us. 369G, thank you, brother. Hunter Bear, hello to you. Metal Mark says money isn't evil. It's the love of money that is. True that. Money is a tool to be used for good or for evil. It is. Mark, you know your stuff, brother. You know your stuff. Goofy says, not gonna lie, I just use them Fender 351s. Ain't nothing wrong with that, buddy. It's whatever feels good for you, whatever's comfortable for you. And some people, you know, you're not going to be a shredding, you know, maybe not be some shredding guitar player or whatever. These picks are useless for that. These are for shredding and real heavy chord playing and stuff like that. But yeah, I tried them all. You know, I started trying them all. I had the thinnest picks all the way up to this one. And that's where I stopped. Tubeless says, ugh, I'm hanging on my 290 and a tri-axis. Oh man, yeah, I had a Simulclass 295 power amp and a quad preamp. It was sounded amazing. It was unreal sounding. But man, it got to be a problem carrying that stuff around, man. It was a big 12-space rack too, man. Like a flight case 12-space. I don't even know why I needed all that, but I wanted to look cool, you know. But it sounded amazing. I'm not gonna lie, those Mesos were sick sounding. But I switched to Marshalls anyway. All right, we're gonna move along. We got all the chat done. Everyone's got a storm in their life. You got to ride the storm every single day of your life. So this one's called The Storm Riders for you, and it's for me. Let's ride the storm together. right, Storm Rider. Hope you stayed dry during that one, because that got rainy. Sheesh, that was cool. It's a great song. That's probably gotta be one of my favorites of all to play. Man, I really enjoy playing that one. And I will be putting a video of that. I have a playthrough video of that I did the other night, and should have it up on my channel tomorrow or the next day, but this week for sure. This week for sure. So, but thanks for hanging out, listening to that. I appreciate you. Where we leave off here? Okay, remember the Fender pick guy. No worries. Kikasumi and Innocent Painkiller. Hello to you out there. Let's see. There you go, Skinny. Appreciate that, brother. Payush Kumar says, say abracadabra, Voldemort. So I could probably do it Snape style. Abracadabra. Goofy says, hey, I play acoustic, so no shredding in my house. I feel you, buddy. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Adam Mouse says, do you know Back Road Truckers? Is that a show on TV? Or is that Ice Road Truckers? I can't remember. Innocent Pinka says, a good exercise for playing electric guitar. Yeah, it's on my channel, buddy. Make sure you, after either check it out now or after the show, go to my channel, go to the video section, look for the exercise that every guitar player should know. Check it out, my friend. Check it out. I think you'll enjoy it. It helped me. It helped me. Dario, I don't run any pedals per se, not in real life. I do have a virtual setup in here. I use Amplitude 5. I do use an MXR Distortion Plus pedal, along with it's called a Stargate. It's just a gate. That's it. Nothing crazy at all. EQ as well. 10-band EQ. That's it. Lamar, thank you so much, buddy. Thank you again, Lamar. Snarf. Thank you, bud. Appreciate that. Lamar says, you're a really creative person. Well, I do appreciate that, Lamar. I've been doing this for a long, long time. Sarah Louise, thank you so much. Hot Diggity says, I used to play a Strat, then Les Paul, then Epiphone. Every kid I had knocked me a step back. Gave my son my last guitar. He's learned the ways of the shredder. Had to pass it. I feel that. That's awesome. Yep, you got to do it. You got to pass it on. That's good that you have that ability. That's great. And if you ever need anything, let me know. Let me know. Lamar says, I really want to learn to play like you do. That's awesome, Lamar. You can get there, man. When I was a kid, I saw Yngwie Malmsteen. I said, I want to play like Yngwie J. Malmsteen. And I worked tirelessly to get there. You got to work, but you can get there, my friend. You can get there. Daryl, have a great night, buddy. A1 Gaming in the house. What's up, brother? He says, glad I still got you live. Rocket to the moon. That's how we do it. Thanks, Lamar. Arafat Khan, sir, please suggest a basic guitar. I want to. Hey, there you go, buddy. I would say the best things I've heard of are the Fender Squire. It's about $200, $199 USD, or Ibanez Geo, also $199 USD. Two great things. Depends on what you want. If you want to play metal, I'd go with the Ibanez probably. If you want to play more rock and other types of stuff, the Fender Squire would do you. But Ibanez Geo is probably it can cover everything, I think. Lamar says, guys, do you have an application to teach me to play because I really want to learn? Lamar, you are on the biggest platform for learning how to play guitar. All you have to do is, I would say, first thing once you get a guitar, search here on YouTube, how do I play chords, CHORDS chords on guitar? And there are going to be 50,000 videos. Just find the most popular one or the highest rated one, and there's your start, my friend. There's your start. This YouTube platform is amazing. I mean, anything that you want to learn how to do, it's here. It doesn't matter if it's a guitar or learn how to be a coder or learn how to tie your shoes. You'll find a video for it. Evan says, learn from Rick. If your pick flexes, it means it's falling behind and lagging from when you want to hit your string. Absolutely. Starting with an upstroke instead of a down will help the speed as well. You know that's right. Down, up, down, up, down, up. That's how you roll, man. A1 Gamut. There you go, brother. Megan Cox, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Thanks, Cord. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you, Lamar. A1, there you go, man. I like it. Soothing sounds. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, Indy. Thanks, Lamar. Meek, appreciate that. Jesus Propec, this is it's called Storm Rider. I'll have a video on my channel this week, so make sure you subscribe to the channel this week, and I'll have a video of it, playthrough of it in a day or so. You as well, Supreme Ruler. That's called Storm Rider. It'll be on my channel in a day or so here. Thanks, Mint. Henry White, you never ask how, buddy. You ask why. Why aren't you at this level? Then you ask, when are you going to start? And you're going to say, and then you're going to ask, what am I going to do to get there? That's how you do it, brother. Gloria Paredes, thank you so much. Thanks, Goofy. Docsar, thanks, man. Athana, Evel, Ex-Conde, appreciate you there. A1 said, it's funny because it was raining over here a while ago. Perfect. There you go, man. We stopped the rains. We either stop the rain or we bring the rain. Since Jimmy says, I'm 45 and can strum a C string. Not feeling accomplished right now. I feel you, brother. But, man, if you've had fun doing it all that long, then that's all that matters, buddy. That's all that matters. Thank you, Athena. Gloria, have a great night. You take care. She's been up for 19 hours. Ugh. Sweet dreams to you, and have a greater tomorrow. Absolutely. Thanks for hanging with us. Thomas Malone said, brother, got to go to work. Hear you soon. Absolutely, Thomas. Take care, brother. Have a good night. Lamar from Iraq. Thank you, my friend. Very nice of you here. Athena from the Philippines. Very nice. So we're getting all the worldwide peeps in here now. Drew the Magnificent. Judas Priest going to be my favorite band. Pellet got the count. 270. It's been a slow night, Pellet. It's been a slow night, sir. But it's been fine, though. It's been fine. It's actually funny, Anti. My man, Necrilla Gorilla is actually a fan of Evil Dead. I don't mind that. I don't mind it. Daniel says, I saw a video playing in Germany. I really enjoyed it. You rock. Thanks, bro. Appreciate that, man. Heather B in the house. What's up, Heather? Happy Tuesday to you. My man says, can you play Voodoo Child? A little bit of it. Necrilla says he got a Fender Squire. It's a good start. I would say so, yeah. Squires are very nice. You know, $200 or so. Can't go wrong with that. I've got 2 Fender Strats. And yeah, if Fender's making it, it's going to be a quality product. Ain't no doubt about that. Bentley Plumber says, do you know how to play any songs by Kiss? Lamar, you're welcome, buddy. Hope you find something nice, my friend. There you go, Gloria. T-Bird said, I learned how to weld by watching videos. There you go, buddy. Like I said, everything is on here. Everything. DTA, what's up, dude? Good to see you, man. Wayne said, I feel left behind. No, you got to work harder, man. It's all about hard work. Hard work, dedication, man. And some people just don't have that full dedication, which is fun. As long as you're having fun doing what you do, that's what matters the most. DTA said, what's up, Rick Rock? Good to see you, DTA. I see a bunch of comments from you, man, on the videos. I appreciate them. I have yet to get back to all my comments. I got a whole week off next week. I'm going to try and knock a ton out next week. Hopefully starting sometime this week, too. But I appreciate you, DTA. It's very good of you, man. Mel Mark says, shirt advertising guitar you're playing. Time for Jackson to send you a Jackson. I feel you, man. I've been trying to get this electronic press kit going. I've been trying to get my numbers bigger. I've been trying to get I want to get 100,000 across all the platforms. I'm dangerously close to that. When he said, I finally heard and listened to Stevie Ray Vaughan. Oh my God, yeah, Stevie's amazing, man, for real. Peter Pumpkin is Stranger in New York. That sounds like an Iron Maiden song. Super Gamer Boy. I don't play no Metallica. That's like actually a cool song. That's part of when Metallica was good, honestly. But no, I don't play none of that. Gil says, what do you think is an underestimated technique for an electric guitar? If mastered well, can completely change the style of guitar players. Cheers from Chile. Good question, Gil. I think sense of melody is going to be the technique that guitar players need to learn. Technical stuff like sweep arpeggios and super shredding licks, that's cool and stuff. It's very, very cool. But, sense of melody, vibrato, those things are the things that set you apart for sure. Jackson Watson, that's a very hard song, buddy. I do not know that one. It's extremely difficult. Probably one of the most difficult. It's harder. I think it's harder than Through the Fire and Flames, to be honest. But yeah, I don't know it too well, bud. John says, can you play your most favorite songs you made and the reason why? This next one's actually becoming one of my fast favorites. It's called Voltage because I drink a lot of Mountain Dew Voltage. Charlie, I don't know that one, buddy. I don't like playing Metallica anymore. It's boring to me. But I appreciate your love for Metallica, man. Absolutely. Ariel, thank you. Superboys, I'm just going to say God bless you with your wonderful ability to play and do love. I thank you, man. Appreciate that. DT says, my goodness, you can't believe how good that's. I appreciate that, brother. Evan says, everyone heard of Star Force guitars? Yeah, wasn't it like, I want to say I've seen them, but they were like inexpensive, like, or something like, I don't know. I want to say I saw one at the thrift store one day. I was like, what is that? Lamar says, I really don't find a lot of Arab musicians. I was browsing and I found you. I'm happy. That's great, Lamar. I appreciate you, buddy. Ariel, muchas gracias y bienvenidos. Evil wins. Now, Pantera, I know. I know some Pantera. How about this one? Ariel, thank you so much. Stain, appreciate that, bro. Your Detour, what's up, buddy? Good to see you again, man. Hope you've been well. DTA, absolutely, man. I appreciate those comments, and I thank you for hanging out with us on the live tonight, man. It's good to see. Evan says, Eva wins. You sound like Yoda. Yes, for sure, man. Robert Stay says, you play Motley Crue? I don't. I know this one, though. There you go. Rasa Lima, there you go, buddy. Sixto Yaramil says, one of my favorites, and I know he's underrated, Steve Clark. Yeah. He wasn't a lead player, but he's a great rhythm player. He wrote a lot of great riffs. That's for sure. That's for sure. Evan Kelly, a silence between the two notes. There you go. Farrell says, Power Trip. True that. Gary Climbs, there you go. Jackson says he can play the intro to Seven Nation Army on acoustic. That's dope, dude. Good for you, man. That's good, man. It's a cool tune, man. It reminds me of Uli Roth. Like, I think Jack White kind of was interested in Uli Roth or something in his guitar learning days, because it's very, very similar to like something Uli Roth would do, which is cool to me. Sandy says, can you play a little blues like, I don't know, B.B. King? How about something like it? A little blues there for you. Roman said he went to piano school for about 5 years in Belarus. Moved to USA in 2007, learning bass guitar. Now, very cool, bro. It's awesome. There you go, Farrell, Florida man. You know how that one goes. Hantai says, how about an Agent Steel or Metal Church riff? Wow, Agent Steel, wow. That's crazy, dude. That's Agent Steel's a deep cut, man, for metal musicians. How about Metal Church, though? Let me think. Wayne right there. It's a man. Gal says there's something that most guitarists practice badly from the beginning that generates a vice that's difficult to learn. Yeah, picking technique. They don't pick alternately. They kind of do down strokes or something like that. Playing alternate picking, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up is much more economical to learn with. But yeah, a lot of people will be doing their scaling. Down, up, down, up, down, up. Alternates. Alternates the way to go. John says, what's my favorite key to play in? G sharp minor is pretty fun. I like that one. Samuel Shear, how you doing, buddy? A1 Game says, I like to play electric guitar and play some nice, sweet, deep riffs. Show me a little something. It depends, man. You gotta walk before you run. That's for sure. Deep, sweet, nice, sweet, deep riffs. I have to think of something for you on that one. Anything's good. I mean, you know, if you're gonna learn an electric guitar, you know, you want to learn like easy stuff, like breaking the law. You know, stuff like one note stuff, and then you want to do like Smoke on the Water, honestly, quads, or fourths. You want to learn all the classics, man. The classic riffs is where to start. That's how we roll. Okay. Well, let's move it on. We got the comments tied up. Let's crank out some voltage. This song right here, Mountain Dew Voltage. If it wasn't for this, I wouldn't have wrote this song. We'll take a sip and let it roll, man. Make sure you know I put videos out every single day of the week. I go live 5 times a week. We got a lot of fun here. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, make sure you subscribe because we're about to play this song. And if this song don't make you subscribe, I don't know what else will. But I appreciate you hanging with us. Let's go with some voltage. Sabotage. That's a good one there. I love playing that song. So fun. It all started with a little harpsichord riff. That little whole song started with that one little piece, and just built it from there. So cool. I enjoy that one. What's this next one here? All right, I think we got one more song in us. It's been a slow night, but it's been a nice night, honestly. I've been enjoying this. We got a lot of chat, though. I do appreciate it here. Someone wanted King Diamond. Is the guy that wanted King Diamond still hanging out with us? Because if so, we might do a King Diamond solo real quick, too. Donald says his picking is his main bad habit, but he can alternate pick, though. There you go, man. That's what you got to do, brother. Shy Pelletier said, you got some original music to show off? I hope you heard that one, my friend. I hope you heard that one. I hope you enjoyed it, too. Evan says, tip, learn more than just the intro. For real, man. A1 Gamut, thank you so much, buddy. Tiber says, Spasiba Blues. That's that off that live in Leningrad, isn't it? Ingve, that's classic, dude. EV, hello to you. Brian All Thin Lizzy, that classic old British band, man, for sure. A1 said, let's get this voltage out of our minds. You know that's right. Hunter Barrett, hello to you. Hot Diggity, thank you there. Kaden Shantapa, hello. Brian Holloway's, okay. A1 Gambit, Golden, there you go, brother. Sergio Castillo, hello to you, buddy. Thanks, Heather B. Ben 10 says, I wish I could play this good. You can get there, my friend, but it takes a lot more than just wishing. It takes a lot of work, a lot of physical, hard work. But you can get there, my man. Paw 24, you can play Arch Enemy, bro. I don't know any, man. I love Arch Enemy, though, especially since, I've known of Arch Enemy since 2000 or so. I actually met the whole band in 2003 at the Bang Your Head Festival. Angela Gasso was super cool lady, and an amazing vocalist. But yeah, ever since Jeff Loomis joined the band, I loved those albums that Jeff was doing, but he gone now. He moved on to different things. So, but yeah, I never learned any of their stuff, man. But yeah, great band, though. One of my faves. Michael Amott is a genius writer, man. Cody Nelson, what up, brother? Thanks, Indy. David Song, appreciate that. Frankie D in the house, how you doing, buddy? Thank you so much. Crystal Waters, like, he's back at it and awesome as always. Thank you, Crystal. Jackson Watson, thank you. Thank you, Lisa. We trying. Joan Anderson, he's sorry. I don't know what for. You sorry you didn't subscribe? That's all. No. You're welcome. Dang, much love to you, Joe Anderson. I appreciate you, man. Bright, this is ridiculous. I feel it, man. I feel it. Shy Pillagers, I don't subscribe to the channel, but he sold me, beautiful artist. Well, thank you so much. Trust me, we only want subscribers that are interested in what we got going on here, you know. The original music, shred type guitars, blues type guitars, rock guitars, having fun in the chat with our great community here. Those are the subscribers that we're looking for, honestly. So we appreciate that very much. Crystal says, the look on his face is just pure joy. He knows he's cute. I feel it. I try. I've been working my whole life doing this. Billy and Rusiris, hello to you guys. Brian says, that's a sick run. Thanks, brother. Evie says, I can never get your notifications. You don't have it turned on, huh? I don't know. Yeah, trust me. Yeah, YouTube's notifications, it's pretty weird because I have a lot of stuff turned on notifications. I don't ever. People are like, you see my video? I'm like, what video? They're like, I put a video out yesterday. I'm like, what? Like, I didn't get no notification. Evan said, hell yeah, that was me, the King fanboy. All right, brother. I got something for you then. We got a little quick something for you. Let's see. Pella got the count 300 likes. That's not too shabby, man. Like I said, it's been a slow night tonight, but it's been fun. Winda Sari from Indonesia. Thank you so much, Winda. Bobby Broadway. What's going on there? Donald James, those Michael Amott and Amott brother. Yeah, Chris Amott is the other guy, but he ain't been doing that for a while. Valerie Pasta, is your vape B-pop? It is. It's the same color of mine. That's why I'm asking. There you go, Valerie. Yeah. Geek Bar B-pop. I love it. I really like the great B-pop, though. It's been sold out everywhere. It's been sold everywhere. Brian, I certainly do, buddy. Yeah, I got a real good blues song up in here. Donald James knows what's up. Do one better and become a member. Jake White, now I don't know any BB King, man. BB great, though, man. BB's an amazing player, man. All right, let's see. How about King Diamond? Welcome home, solo. How about that? Welcome home. One of my favorites of all time. Let's give that a run. I screwed up. Let's try it again. Switching my, I couldn't flip the switch on my pickup for some stupid reason, man. I will try it again with feeling this time, I promise. King down right there. Welcome home. That's the jam right there. One of my favorite guitar solos from Andy too. I'm working on Mansion in the Darkness right now. That's a tough one too. But I've got most of it down. It's been a while since I played it. Excuse me. All right, let's see what we got next here. I'm gonna try this one. What was this one? Oh yeah, the crazy new song. The crazy new song. All right, let's go. What we got here? Brody, the Super Shredder. What's going on, brother? How you doing, man? Hope you're doing well and your family. We saw Mama shredding here a little whiles ago. Hope y'all doing good tonight. Hot Diggity says, Zach Wild is the crazy guitarist presenter. Then there's an acoustic song on YouTube called Machine Gun Man. Nice. Zach's dope. Zach always been great. Evan says they ban vapes here in Australia. Dang, dude, that's freaky, man. I feel you, man. But can you still smoke cigarettes in Australia? That'd be messed up, man. Thanks, Leo. Can't appreciate that, brother. Mellow Blossom, thank you. Indy got a link here to Brody, the Super Shredder, one of our good friends on the channel here. Make sure if you can click that link, go give Brody a subscribe. We'd appreciate that. There you go, Leo. Everyone subscribe. Appreciate you, man. How dig it? Zach ain't got ish on Rick, though. I feel that, man. That's awesome. Jake White, thank you so much, bud. T-Bird says, you know the band Saliva? Yeah, Saliva. That was that one tune. What's it called? I can't remember. But Jesse, the singer's name Jesse, something like that. They had a really big hit back in the 90s or 2000s. They're kind of cool, man. There you go, Gravedigger. He knows some King Diamond. Let's see. Donald says Andy LaRock will fall in love with you for doing your stuff. I wish so, man. I put that video out a long time ago and I tagged him. I never heard nothing, man. And no one ever said nothing to him, so I was like, man. But I love to meet him, man. I love to meet Andy. He's probably the one. Him and Richie Blackmore are the two on my list I have yet to meet in person. I think time's running out for me to meet Richie Blackmore, though, sadly. Ed Bradley, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Joe Anderson, thank you so much, man. Evan says, thanks, Heat, for that Andy solo. You're welcome, brother. I love Andy, man. Like I said, I got a new one coming. I'm working on the Mansion in the Dark off Abigail. That's a good one, too, man. I got Family Ghost. When I was in the studio recording my album, me and Richard Christie played drums on it. And me and Richard are huge King Diamond fans. We had some time left. I was like, dude, you want to do a King Diamond song? He's like, sure, Rick. So we did the Family Ghost. So I have Richard recording of playing the Family Ghost. I've been trying to put it all together. and put a video out of it, somehow. Oh man, it's a cool one, man. It's a cool one. Huey, what's up, buddy? Big Frank, how you doing there, man? Celtic says, Rick, do you think music is a connection to the spirit realm or whatever you want to call it, or is it simply just a man-made thing that means nothing? Yeah, I think so, man. I think it's, in your mind, because your brain is like another world. You can think of other worlds in your brain. You can think of things that sometimes no one else can think of, So yeah, and I really got into Uli John Roth. Uli John Roth is not only a great guitar player, he's also a very spiritual person. And he always thought, I read our interviews with him, and he would say, he would try and write solos. He would try and imagine himself building a pyramid, like constructing it. Like his solos were like constructing a pyramid in ancient Egypt or something. And he'd go in his mind and like visualize this, and then write his guitar solos. So I remember that when I was young, and that stuck with me. So I think it comes from deep within your mind. A lot of great music, and nowadays though, I mean, music is becoming stupid, because AI can do songs and people don't even know it's real. Or, you got all these pop songs and it's just like over processed, same old chord progressions, all this stuff. And then, like new music today is like, I don't think it comes from anywhere, to be honest with you. I think it just comes from, I got a computer and all these little toys and I can just press some buttons and make a song. It's pretty sad how music today is. Don says, LaRock had ties to the Florida scene. Yeah, dude, I enlisted him by 1 year. 1 year. We started hanging with Chuck in '96, and he had Andy there in '95. I was a little sad by that. I'd have loved to meet him. Lisa, thank you so much. You have a great night and a better tomorrow. Evan says, cigarettes, yes, but silly expensive. Motley Crue had to cry on social media about tobacco prices here. That's crazy, dude. They're going to ban vapes, but they're going to let you keep smoking. That's a problem right there. That's a problem. If they're going to ban one, they need to ban both, honestly. Rick says, Rick admits the Holy Spirit gets it. Does. Sometimes I go out of my body and something else takes over when I play guitar sometimes. Not all the time, but it depends on what song, Shaquille Shake, how you doing, buddy? Bella One, thank you so much there. Evan says Chuck was a super spiritual according to the press. What was your experience? He wasn't like into church or anything like that. Nothing like that, but he was like Zen-like, He was very Zen-like, because I don't know if he believed in God or anything. I think his parents were just raised not a religious family, but they did something, But for him, he wasn't like a church-going guy or anything like that. Didn't have a Bible or anything like that that I ever knew. But he was very Zen-like. He was more spiritual in a way of like astral planes and stuff like that. Kind of like how Uli does, And Chuck was a huge Uli Roth fan as well. So I think that's where he got a lot of his stuff from. But, he was very, he wasn't into meditating or anything weird like that, or not weird, but, it wasn't anything like that, of course. But he just had he did smoke some of the greens, the herb stuff. That was his thing. I think that opened his mind to a lot of stuff, a lot of time, which was fine. We partake many a time. Caden, what's up there? Heather B, have a great night. Always great to see you. You take care tonight. T-Bird said he had spiritual experiences a few times back when he played drums in church. Hey, it could happen, man. The Holy Ghost get you somewhere, man. I'm out to play this one. All right, we're gonna go back to ancient Egypt on this one. This is a cool new song we just came up with, so let's check this one out. And I think that might be it for tonight, but let's see what we got. cool one there. I still don't know what I'm playing, but it's fun to play. I love that harmonic minor craziness there. All right. Yo, Yipski, yo, thanks for that super chat, man. Appreciate that very, very much. He said, keep up the vibes. Absolutely, absolutely, man. Thank you very kindly for that. Let's see. Donald James said, hanging around Paul Masvidal could get you in. I can imagine that, yeah. Paul was definitely, he had his own vibe going on. But yeah, I never got to meet Paul either. It was Gene Hoglan was in the band at the time, and Bobby Colby played guitar at the time when I got to meet all those guys and start hanging with them. Gloria Paredes, thank you so much, Jacob Carrillo. Appreciate that. Evan says Marty F style in the house. You know that's right. I love Marty. I've known Marty since 2004. Personally, he's a great guy, man. Amazing dude. Cole Pole, thank you. Andre Oliveira, thank you so much, my friend. We got looks like some Russian there. Spasibo to you. There you go, Evan. Kyle Lau, 1010. What's up? Good to see you. Thank you so much. Quadruple goat and fire. I appreciate that, Kyle Lau. Hot Diggy says, if they had this in Egypt, they'd still be around. Probably. They would have made more pyramids probably with that jam. Gloria says, I love all that. They remind me of someone very special who's no longer on this planet. I'm so sorry to hear about your friend, and I hope that could be a great tribute reminder to that friend of yours, Gloria. We appreciate you. You know this. Rob, thanks, buddy. Yipski, appreciate that, man. Thank you, Indy. Thank you, Gloria. There you go, Gink One Gan. I appreciate that, man. Avery, thank you, man. Donald said he loves them Phrygian modes. Can't get enough of it. I know, right? Anti said, that's a pig drop right there. There you go, Anti. That's what I'm saying. Thank you, buddy. Avery, thank you, sir. Rob says, Tore Up, man, do you have anything on Apple Music? Indeed, I do, buddy. Yeah, just search my name there, Rick Renstrom, in Apple Music, and my entire album is available there. It might relate to the other albums I've done, Leash Law and War of Thrones, but my solo album is most definitely there. Absolutely, absolutely. Evan says, minor diminished all day. You know that's right. Lucas Wedderburn, thank you, brother. Appreciate that. All right, I got the chats covered. Appreciate you. All right, now I gotta run, man. I gotta go be a police officer in the virtual world. We rocking on that. Great game, Police Simulator. That's what's up. That's how we're playing right now. It's fun. It's hilarious too. Anyway, I want to thank everyone for hanging out with me tonight. It's been a slow night, which is fine. I enjoyed that actually. It's a little more chill. It was almost like a Saturday night, but like Saturday night on steroids, which is pretty cool. But we love everyone here hanging out. Make sure I put videos out every single day of the week. Go live 5 times a week. I put a video out today of George Lynch in my dream solo. So make sure you go check out that video that I put out today. It's pretty cool. Thanks, Juan. Appreciate you, brother. Reaper King, thank you too, man. You're welcome, Rob. A1 Gaming, have a good night, brother. But yeah, thanks to all the mods. We had Anti, we had Stardust, we had Juji, we had Gloria tonight. Always big thanks to Pellet Funner because he keeps the count of them likes for me. I appreciate you there. Thanks, Yipski. Appreciate it. I'll be back tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern time. So if you want to come hang out again with us tomorrow, it'd be 10 o'clock tomorrow night. That's Wednesday, Wednesday, June 4th, 10 p.m. Eastern. Thank you, Indy. I almost forgot about you. So much to think about in my streams, but thank you, Indy. I always appreciate you hanging with us and helping out. Very, very kind of you to do. Gloria, have a great night there. But anyway, I want y'all to stay safe out there. I want you to be good to each other, and I want you to take care of each other because that's all we got in this world. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate everyone. Have a good night, Asman. Thank you, buddy. Y'all take care. I'll see you tomorrow. And that's it. That's it. We'll have a good one. We'll see you tomorrow at 10 p.m. Have a great rest of your day or night wherever you are. Take it easy, everybody.